Hello, everybody, and welcome to Alexander High School, the site of tonight's non-league matchup between two unbeaten teams. Alexander hosting defending sectional champion Keshequa here in Alexander. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, ready to take you through tonight's action between the Trojans and the Indians. Alexander comes into this game at 3-0. Keshequa at 2-0. Before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, that's Genesee Community College. Also our score update sponsor for this evening, Robley Plumbing and Heating. Also, we'd like to thank Vonglis Enterprises, LLC. Also, Expert Appliances, Nunday Lumber, the aforementioned Genesee Community College, Crazy Cheap Cars, and also Zoom Total Fitness. We'll tell you more about each sponsor as the game goes here. But first, we're about ready to get started. Tip-off coming up between the Trojans and the Indians. Starting lineup for Alexander: Madison Boyce, Holly Bukowski, Emily Petrakowski, Hayden Bizon, and Alyssa Kramer. Give the starting lineup for the Indians momentarily. But tip-off is coming up. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll see which team remains unbeaten when it's all said and done here. Starting lineup for Keshequa, you have Ava Thayer, Braylon Eisenman, Riley Nageldinger, Libby Benner, and Riley Benner. So those are the starters for the Indians as they match up with the Trojans here this evening. Head coach for Alexander, Marcia Hirsch. Coach for Keshequa, Pete Pereno. Both longtime coaches for their respective programs. Should be a good one here between these two teams. And we are underway as the opening tip goes to the Trojans. An early opportunity inside, and Madison Boyce finishes it. Alexander with the early 2-0 lead on the Genesee Community College scoreboard. That's Genesee Community College. Are you looking to kickstart your career? As Ava Thayer responds on the other end for Keshequa, so we're all tied at 2 on the GCC scoreboard. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, and experiential learning, along with great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you've always wanted to be. To learn more, visit genesee.edu/phys ed. Kramer misses the first of 2 free throws here. It's Alexander looking to regain the lead, and they do. 3-2 here in the early going. Trojans lead it. We'll adjust our time here as a kickball is called. 7:21 remaining in the opening quarter. Pass it in for Keshequa is Riley Benner. She gets it in to Libby Benner. Now up the floor to Eisenman. Over to Thayer. Good ball movement from the Indians, and it results in a basket for Riley Nageldinger. And Keshequa has taken its first lead of the game. It's 4-3. Pressure applied by the Indians' defense. Benner in there tightly on Petrakowski. She's able to get it away. In close was Kramer. She couldn't get the finish, and Keshequa goes quickly the other way. Indians looking to push the pace As they swing it around to Benner from the corner. High arching shot, and she drains it for the 3. It's a 4-point Indians lead now. Benner, one of the top players for the Indians championship team a year ago. She has returned along with several others as Boyce finishes inside. Down to a 2-point deficit for the Trojans. Both teams fairly experienced, while Libby Benner is the lone senior for this Keshequa team. Thayer, Eisenman, Nageldinger all played important roles a season ago. While Alexander, also led by a host of veterans. Fouled inside was Hayden Bizon. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. Committing the foul was Riley Benner. 6 seniors for the Trojans, so much more senior laden, but both teams, as I said before, plenty experienced. Once again, this game brought to you by Robley Plumbing. One call does it all when you call Robley. Furnace not working, need your hot water tank replaced? Call Robley Plumbing. That one rattles out as it remains a 7-6 lead here for Keshequa in the early going. Thayer for 3, looks like that was deflected. And Alexander corrals the rebound, and Kramer looking to push it up the floor on the near side here. Inside, Bizon at the high post, over to Kramer for 3. Short. Nice rebound in there by Eisenman. And here come the Indians. Into the corner, Thayer. 3-point lead for Keshequa. You see what has brought these teams to their early unbeaten records. Both teams possessing plenty of talent on both ends of the floor. And once again, this game brought to you by Vonglis Enterprises, LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job. At Vonglis, they specialize in septic system installation and repairs, along with waterline installation. Check them out on Facebook or call them at 471-4240. Alexander looking to get it in, nearing a 5-second call. Kramer had to force it to Bizon, and Alexander looking to come away with the loose ball, and they do, but Keshequa takes it away. Thayer inside with the finish. 5-point lead for the Indians. Pressure defense working wonders for Keshequa here in the early going. But that time it resulted in a foul as Riley Benner called for reaching in. Inside 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Keshequa with the early advantage. Alexander at 3-0, Keshequa at 2-0. Indians looking to defend their title this season, a proud program. Once again, finishing atop the heap last season. And that one deflected out of bounds. It will go back to the Trojans. Keshequa bringing the pressure back to mid-court as Kramer brings it up. Kramer stopped on the wing by Eisenman. Over pursuant was Riley Nageldinger. That allowed Bizon to get into the lane. She kicked it out to Madison Boyce. But that one was off the mark. Trojans with the offensive rebound, and now Bizon with a chance to finish the job. Can't get the finish though. Tips it to Boyce. Kramer for 3, and she knocks it down. So 2 extra possessions there for Alexander on the 2 offensive rebounds, and it results in a 3-pointer from Melissa Kramer. 2-point deficit for Alexander now. Thayer from the free throw line, and she knocks it down. She's been red hot here in the early going. And a timeout called by Alexander. Once again, this game brought to you by Expert Appliance. Get your appliances in tip-top shape, especially with the holidays coming. Call Expert Appliance Repair and Service at 585-443-5884. Also, Nunday Lumber is a family-owned construction supply and lumber yard that has been in operation since 1932. Nunday Lumber is preferred by homeowners and contractors for the practical convenience, vast knowledge, quality, and service excellence that they offer. Visit their website at nundalumberandhardware.com or call them at 468-2521, or you can stop in and visit them at 11 South State Street in Nunde. Told you about Genesee Community College. We'll also tell you about Crazy Cheap Cars, which is the ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. They carry the largest selection of over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs of any dealer in the Genesee region. Crazy Cheap Cars needs your trade-in. Top dollar paid for your trade, so give them that call at 585-948-8000, or better yet, we'll see you right here. So 3.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 13-9 is your score. Nice pass from Kramer inside to Bukowski. Can't get the finish. Kicks it back out to Kramer. Trojans looking to reset as the shot clock resets. Another extra possession, but that one taken away. Riley Nageldinger scoops it up and finishes. 6-point lead for Keshequa. Indians in control early after Alexander took the first lead of the game. Inside, off the mark from Emily Pietrzakowski, diving after it. Goes Nageldinger, but it ends up in the hands of Bizon. Boyce in the lane, can't get the finish, tipped out of bounds, and it goes to the Indians. Sub coming on for Keshequa, it's Alicia Wood, a 7th grader, taking the place of Nageldinger, who will take a break. That one into the corner for Riley Benner. Skips it up top to Thayer, into the opposite corner for Eisenman now. Steps back for 3, but couldn't get the roll. Kramer pushing the pace the other way for the Trojans. Skip pass, Bukowski, 3 from the wing, off the mark. Eisenman comes up with a defensive rebound. Keshequa going the other way now. Eisenman bouncing it over to Thayer, heat check. And it's good for 2. Foot on the line from Thayer there. And it's an 8-point lead for Keshequa, its largest of the contest. 2 minutes remaining here in the opening frame. Bizon on the wing, puts it on the ground, into the lane, left hand, no good. Tipped around, and another sub on for Keshequa. Bree Benner tips that one. She's given Libby Benner a break here. Is that one rebounded by Wood, an extra possession for the Indians, but a travel called against Bree Benner, and it goes back to the Trojans here. Sub coming on for Alexander. Sydney Dundon on for the Trojans now. Also, Madison Bizon seeing her first action. Hayden Bizon and Boyce taking a break. So nearing the 1.5 minute mark here. 8-point lead for the Indians. Bukowski lobs it inside to Bizon, right back out to Kramer for 3 from the corner. No good, just short. Nice rebound from Pietrzakowski, but she can't find the touch inside. And it's going to go to the Indians. Once again, this game brought to you by Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels. Personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. 24/7 access with only $35 per month in membership fees. No extra fees applied, new equipment in a super clean facility, training classes, infrared sauna, and more. That's 585-861-8995, Zoom Total Fitness. Keshequa intercepts that pass, and now they'll take it the other way on the Genesee Community College scoreboard. It's an 8-point lead. We're inside the final minute as I catch up our scoreboard here. There are 45 seconds remaining here in the first. Jumper no good from Keshequa. Bukowski on the rebound. And as I said, that 8-point lead for the Trojans on the GCC scoreboard. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than Genesee Community College. Whether you dream of careers in teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. And the 3-pointer is good for Alexander, as it's Dundon connecting from the left wing. 5-point deficit for the Trojans now, inside 10 seconds remaining in the first. Thayer Deep on the wing, thought about the three. Instead, gets it into the corner for Riley Benner. Thayer gets it back, up top. Deep two from Bree Benner, no good. Time expires. We head to the second. It's a 17-12 Keshequa lead. Once again, Robley Plumbing and Heating. One call does it all when you call Robley. Furnace not working. Need your hot water tank replaced. Do you need to have a faucet repaired? Call Robley. They'll answer and get you all fixed up in no time. Call 585-470-8542. Robley has been servicing the Glow region for over 75 years. Robley specializes in all things plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, including well systems, boilers, furnaces, hot water tanks, and more. So as we go, we'll try to give you a few updates throughout Section 5 girls basketball from this evening. Those updates brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. Kendall and North Star Christian facing off in an early evening matchup. That one began at 5:30. You also have Leroy taking on Livonia. Avon taking on Dansville. Letchworth taking on Hornell. Warsaw taking on Bath Haverling. And Geneseo taking on Wayland Cohocton. We'll be able to bring you updates from all of those games coming up over the next couple of quarters here as we are in the second. And back on the Genesee Community College scoreboard, we'll put 8 minutes. And we're ready to go here in the second. 5-point lead for Keshequa to begin this frame. Three-pointer from Libby Benner, no good, off the mark. Rebound goes to Kramer. She looks to push the pace. Inside to Bizon, no good. Benner comes up with a rebound. And here comes Keshequa the other way. Trying to find the final in the Kendall North Star game. That game has already reached its conclusion, as Eisman had that one knocked away, but inside was a good look for Keshequa's Abigail Wood, but she couldn't find the range. And it's going down to the Trojans now. So Kendall came away with the win over North Star Christian earlier this evening. Kendall's off to a hot start. I believe that's their 5th straight win to begin the year. Blowout victory, 48-26 over North Star Christian. That score update brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. Inside for Bizon, no good. Tipped away by Libby Benner, but still into the hands of Bizon, as she's just taller than everybody down there. But Riley Benner was able to come away with the rebound on the third chance, and now Keshequa with an opportunity as Libby Benner tried the three off the mark, rolls out of bounds, and it goes back to Alexander. An update from the Leroy Livonia game, 31-14 Livonia leading the Oaken Knights in that one. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Once again, that update brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. Keshequa fans wanted a call for an illegal screen to no avail, and now it's inside to Bizon. Did a nice job maintaining possession, but she just can't find the range inside. And now the Indians going the other way. Quickly, inside opportunity for Bree Benner. She couldn't get the finish. And a nice rebound there from Madison Bizon. So here comes Alexander as it goes into the corner for Hayden Bizon. Now back up top to Alyssa Kramer. As she looks to reset things, takes a three from the parking lot, but an illegal screen called against the Trojans. And it goes to the Indians here, holding that 5-point lead on the Genesee Community College scoreboard. Subs coming on for Alexander and Keshequa for that matter. As we have another score update here brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating LLC. Dansville dominating Avon in the early going. They lead it 39-8. Dansville, another team off to a hot start this season. Plenty of talent within the realm of local girls basketball, so be sure to check out all of our live streams and post-game coverage this season. You can find that coverage available at thedailynewsonline.com, also the LCN.com. That one out of bounds off the Trojans. It goes back to Keshequa. There's another score update here. Close game in Letchworth as the Indians trail Hornell 28-22 near the start of the third quarter. Again, that score update brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating LLC. That one into the backcourt. Alexander is going to be called for over and back. Keshequa will take back over. Still sporting that 5-point advantage. Inside 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Late start here at Alexander High School as this game was set to start at 7 p.m. Didn't get underway until a bit after 7:30. But we're nearing the midpoint here in the second as Kramer takes that one away from Thayer. Kramer looking for Boyce in transition, but it's knocked away by Eisenman. And Thayer able to come up with it for Keshequa. Eisenman leading the break now. Thayer picks up her dribble on the wing, swarmed by Bukowski and Kramer. Got it away near the sideline, and Nageldinger stepped out of bounds. So this one goes back to Alexander. 4:23 remaining here in the first half. Scoring drought for both sides over the past several minutes. Alexander maintaining that 5-point deficit, looking to cut into it here, but another turnover. However, Bukowski takes it right back. Kramer into the corner. Nice give and go, but Kramer couldn't get the finish. And Benner on the rebound and a quick jump ball called. It's going to go to the Indians. Quick whistle there. Thayer from the free throw line, and she knocks it down. Thayer has been the offensive driving force for Keshequa here in this first half. Nice start for Ava Thayer. Kramer able to get that one away, but Bizon threw it away. Sub coming on once again. This game brought to you by our sponsors, including Vonglas Enterprises LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job. Here's Thayer in the front court, gets it to Eisenman. Posting up inside is Alicia Wood, calling for it, but didn't get it on the block. Eisenman instead drives the lane. Off the mark, however, Bukowski on the rebound. Coach Hirsch wanted the over-the-back call there to no avail as the officials allowing the girls to play here in the early going. This game also brought to you by Expert Appliance. Get your appliances in tip-top shape, especially with the holidays coming. That's Expert Appliance. And a jump ball called. This game also brought to you by Nunde Lumber. Nunde Lumber, a family-owned construction supply and lumber yard that has been in operation since 1932. So Alexander in control here, excuse me, as I allow our clock to catch up with the clock at Alexander High School here. We'll reset it at 2:51. As Alexander will take it out underneath after the latest foul call. 7-point lead for the Indians. Bukowski trying to get it to Kramer as she's fouled by Thayer. And that will allow Alexander another opportunity at the inbound here. Kramer with it. Gets it in and tried to get it back as Pietrzakowski was looking for, but another turnover committed by the Trojans. Pietrzakowski gets it right back, however, as Keshequa gave it away. Boyce up top. Eisenman from behind couldn't take it away. Kramer driving the lane. Floater, no good. Nageldinger on the rebound. Here comes Eisenman on the fast break. Bounced it over to Wood, but it rolls out of bounds. 2:21 remaining in the opening half now. Bit sloppy play here in this second quarter. Hot start for both teams has certainly slowed down a bit. As that one dribbled out of bounds by Pietrzakowski. It goes back to the Indians. Another turnover committed by Alexander. Thayer on the wing. Puts it on the ground, gets it over to Eisenman. Into the corner now for Riley Benner. Knocked away out of bounds off Bizon. Sub coming on for Alexander. It's Sydney Dundon on for Pietrzakowski. 1:56 remaining in the opening half. Keshequa maintaining that 7-point lead. Eisenman in the lane. High off glass, no good. Rebound, however, rolls to Riley Benner from the block. No good again. Nageldinger, a third try for the Indians, and it's knocked away. Bukowski comes up with the loose ball for Alexander. Kramer initiating the possession for the Trojans. Nice move to the basket. Alyssa Kramer cuts it to 5. A minute and a half remaining here in the second quarter. Thayer over to Eisenman. Into the corner for Riley Benner, but she traveled. Once again, this game brought to you by Crazy Cheap Cars. As Crazy Cheap Cars is the ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. This one going to be taken out by Thayer with 1:18 remaining in the second quarter. 5-point lead for Keshequa. There's Riley Benner, the three from the wing, and she knocks it down. Good looking shot there from Riley Benner, and it's up to an 8-point lead for the Indians. Eisenman wreaking havoc in the backcourt. Kramer able to come up with a loose ball, and she's looking to break the press by herself. She does, coast to coast. Alyssa Kramer with the finish. Taking matters into her own hands was Alyssa Kramer, and impressively so as she finishes on the other end. 6-point deficit now for the Trojans. Inside a minute remaining in the second. 3 balls sent on by Eisenman, but it went long. Bizon on the rebound, and she brings it up the floor. Out to Bukowski now, looking for an outlet around the world to Kramer. She had it knocked away by Eisenman as she was knocked to the floor. No call from the official closest to play. Riley Benner shot from the corner, and it's good. Riley Benner heating up now. Back to an 8-point lead for the Indians. Inside 20 seconds remaining. Boyce working against Riley Benner. Bizon now at the top of the key. Had it knocked away. Diving after it goes Riley Benner. And tied up with Bukowski. As we remind you once again, this game brought to you by Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels. That's Zoom Total Fitness, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. So 4 seconds remaining. We'll wait to start our clock until it reaches 2. Alexander with the inbound into the backcourt. Bizon, 1 second remaining now from half court. No good. We head to halftime, an 8-point lead for Keshequa here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. So the Genesee Community College scoreboard after 2 reads 24-16. With the visiting Indians out in front. A couple of score updates at the half brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. At halftime, Warsaw trails visiting Bath Haverling 26-16, while Geneseo taking on Wayland Cohocton. They lead it at the half 36-17. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. 24-16. Keshequa out in front. We'll be back after about a 9-minute break. Is he able to find it there?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. right, welcome back. Alexander High School, 24-16. Keshequa in the lead over the host Trojans. Alexander took the first lead, but since that point, it's been all Keshequa. Once again, this game brought to you by Genesee Community College, our scoreboard sponsor. Also, Robley Plumbing and Heating LLC, our update sponsor, along with Vonglis Enterprises LLC, Expert Appliance Repair, Nunde Lumber and Hardware, Crazy Cheap Cars, and Zoom Total Fitness. So we are underway here in the second half. As I said before, an 8-point lead for the Indians. And that one, Riley Benner puts home to increase the lead to 10. Been a nice game for Benner. It's been a nice game for Ava Thayer. Both players have helped spark this Keshequa offense. Hayden Bizon headed to the line here for 2 shots. Keshequa applied some pressure in the early going, creating plenty of havoc in the backcourt. Alexander struggled to handle it, committing plenty of turnovers throughout that first half, which allowed the Indians to take control. 2 free throws from Hayden Bizon there, and it's back down to an 8-point Keshequa lead. It's Riley Benner over to Braylon Eisenman at the top of the key now. Madison Boyce guarding her closely. Nageldinger on the wing, tipped away by Boyce, and she comes up with a loose ball. Keshequa back in control, however, as Boyce turned it over. Kramer with a defensive rebound, and the Trojans quickly going the other way. Bizon off the mark, but Bukowski tipped it back in. Boyce has it now for the Trojans. Bizon on the wing, working against Nageldinger, who closed her off, and Bizon is called for the travel. Nice defense there from Nageldinger, and it goes back to the Indians now. As I said before, 2 longtime head coaches involved in this game. Coach Pete Perino, also Marcia Hirsch. Been around for quite some time, seen plenty of success on both sides, both championship coaches. The Indians trying to defend their title this season. It looks like we may have the official beneath the basket overruled here. We'll see what the call is on the out of bounds. Looked like it may have gone off the wiring up top, and it did. So Alexander's going to take it now, as that's called off the wiring atop the basket. And here comes Alexander, trying to find its rhythm here in the second half. Trojans fell behind by 8 in the first half, and it's really remained around that amount, their disadvantage, since that point. As Bizon off the mark on that layup attempt. Here's Thayer on the wing, double teamed. Kramer in there to knock it away. And a tie-up. Jump ball. And it's going to go to Alexander. Once again, we'll bring you a few updates here momentarily, thanks to Robley Plumbing and Heating LLC. There's a nice finish inside from Bizon with the left hand. Down to a 6-point deficit for Alexander. But Keshequa looking to push the pace the other way. Thayer from the wing, no good. Libby Benner on the rebound. The putback is also no good. Alyssa Kramer on the rebound for the Trojans. Into the corner for Pietrkowski. Bizon gets it inside, and she is fouled. So we already told you that Kendall won its game earlier this evening. That win coming over North Star Christian Academy. We have a few other games to update here. So Alexander takes it out underneath. Bukowski lobs it into Pietrzakowski. Couldn't get the finish. Libby Benner going the other way. Riley Benner back to Libby Benner. Tried to work it inside, but she was closed off by Boyce, who now takes it away. Good hands there from Boyce, pushing the pace to Kramer, over to Pietrzakowski for the lay-in. It's down to a 4-point Keshequa lead, 5 minutes remaining here in the third. An update from Leroy, the Yoakin Knights trailing Livonia 43-26. Midway through the third quarter. That update brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. This one's going to stay with Keshequa, as the three from Eisenman was off the mark, but knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. Gonna let the clock catch up here. About 8 seconds separating our clock and the game clock here at Alexander High School. But here we go, 4:33 remaining here in the third. Thayer, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Benner fires it up off the mark. It missed the rim, so that's going to be a shot clock violation called against the Indians. And a timeout called by Keshequa. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Vonglis Enterprises, LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job. At Vonglis, they specialize in septic system installation and repairs along with waterline installation. Also, Expert Appliance. Get your appliances in tip-top shape, especially with the holidays coming. Call Expert Appliance Repair and Service at 585-443-5884. Also, Nunde Lumber is a family-owned construction supply and lumber yard that has been in operation since 1932. Nunde Lumber is preferred by homeowners and contractors for the practical convenience, vast knowledge, quality, and service excellence that they offer. Visit their website at nundelumberandhardware.com. Call them at 585-468-2521 or stop in and visit them at 11 South State Street in Nunde. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. Crazy Cheap Cars carries the largest selection of over 150 pre-owned cars. It's the largest selection in the Genesee region. Also, Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. That's 24 access for only $35 per month. Zoom Total Fitness. So back to action here in the third quarter, coming out of the timeout. Alexander will have it, 4:20 remaining until the fourth. 4-point lead for the Indians. Alexander on the comeback trail. Kramer, good drive, couldn't get the finish, however. Eisenman comes away with the rebound and shuffled it over to Benner. Here's Libby Benner working it into the front court. Had it knocked away by Kramer, who's providing the harassing defense. And it looks like she's going to be called for a foul. So here's Keshequa to initiate the possession here. 4 minutes remaining in the third. 4-point lead for the Indians remains. Kramer diving after it, and a timeout called by Coach Hirsch. So 3:50 remaining in the third. And we'll tell you a bit more about Genesee Community College, our scoreboard sponsor, GCC. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than Genesee Community College. Whether you dream of careers in teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you've always wanted to be. To learn more, visit www.genesee.edu/physed. Another update courtesy of Robley Plumbing and Heating LLC. Cornell has opened up a 24-point lead over Letchworth in the fourth quarter. A minute and a half remaining, 55-31. The Red Raiders lead the Indians in that one. And back to action here at Alexander as the Trojans out of the timeout look to cut into this 4-point deficit. Kowski out top. Bizon comes away with a loose ball. Madison Bizon out to Alyssa Kramer. Looking for room, but she gets it to Pietrkowski. Good ball movement. Into the corner for Boyce. Couldn't get the finish. Kramer on the offensive rebound. Kowski on the wing, inside to Madison Bizon. It's closed off by Alicia Wood, and that created a turnover into the arms of Libby Benner. And she's fouled as Keshequa is going to take over here. Thayer out top to Benner now for three, off the mark. Eisenman inside, couldn't get the finish. Nice rebound there from Hayden Bizon, threw it away, but it was tipped by the Indians out of bounds. It goes to the Trojans. Here's the throw in for Kramer, and it's knocked away by Wood. However, coming up with the loose ball was Alexander's Dundon. That one off the mark, and Bukowski is going to be called for the reach in on the rebound. Thayer over to Benner, into the corner now for Eisenman. Three ball, no good. Benner leaping for the rebound, but Bukowski able to create the takeaway. Alexander in possession now, 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Bukowski deep three, tried to bank it in, no good. Pietrkowski attempting to keep it alive, but Wood comes up with the rebound. Here come the Indians now. Eisenman look to attack. Bukowski closed her off. Thayer from the wing now, and she knocks it down. Thayer's had the range all night long, and her latest jumper increases Keshequa's lead to 6. Inside 2 minutes remaining in the third now. Bizon, nice move to the rim, couldn't get the finish. Riley Benner comes away with the rebound. And here comes Keshequa looking to increase its lead. Thayer, heat check, no good. Off the front iron, but Riley Benner came away with the rebound. Now comes away with a loose ball. Left-handed finish. Back to an 8-point lead for the Indians. Quick run from the Trojans extinguished, and now Keshequa on a 4-0 run of its own. Bizon to Kramer, tried to work the give and go, but looked like Kramer was not expecting that pass. Kowski cutting to the basket. Didn't receive the pass from Bizon, however. Deep three from Dundon off the mark. Rebounded momentarily by Pietrkowski, but she had it taken away. Here comes Keshequa now. Benner pulling up for three. Libby Benner off the front iron, rolls out of bounds. Goes back to the Trojans. Once again, this game brought to you by Vanglis Enterprises, LLC. And also Expert Appliance Repair. Sorry for the quick look at Expert Appliance. My overlay control system not working swiftly there. But the defense, swift from Libby Benner, she takes that one away, and looked like Dundon tried to take the charge, but she's called for the block. That'll send Libby Benner to the line for 2 shots. This game also brought to you by Nunde Lumber. Genesee Community College, our scoreboard sponsor, 30-22, Keshequa in the lead. Also Crazy Cheap Cars. And last but not least, as Libby Benner's first free throw goes in, this game also brought to you by Zoom Total Fitness. So 9-point lead for Keshequa now as Benner 1 for 2 from the line. That one tipped out of bounds, stays with Alexander. Bukowski, nice give and go to Petrakowski in the finish. A lot of contact there near the rim. Petrakowski will take the 2, down to a 7-point Keshequa lead, inside 30 seconds remaining here in the third. Riley Benner on the wing, up top to Libby Benner, over to Ava Thayer now. Back to Riley Benner in the corner. Ava Thayer in the lane, bounce pass, no good from Abigail Wood, and now here comes Alexander. One last chance, but no, time will expire. Here in the third, we head to the fourth. Keshequa holding a 7-point lead. So 31-24, your score on the Genesee Community College scoreboard. And a quick reminder, we will have more high school basketball action coming up tomorrow, as it will be the Dansville Boys Basketball Tournament at Dansville High School. Plenty of local teams involved in that one. Geneseo, Wayland, Cohocton, and Dansville. Also Canisteo Greenwood participating. So look forward to 2 matchups tomorrow night, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, on our air here on the BDN Sports Network. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Keshequa sporting that 7-point advantage. As here comes Keshequa, beginning the fourth with possession. 8 minutes remaining. Alexander in a bit of a hole here, as they have been since about midway through that first quarter. Thayer over to Eisenman for 3, no good. Diving after it goes Bizon, and able to come up with possession for Alexander. Nice job by Bizon there, some nice hustle shown, and that gets the Trojans the possession. Here comes Kramer starting things. She shuffles it off to Bukowski. Petrakowski into the corner for Bizon now. Finds a cutting Kramer, and she's fouled near the rim. Alexander will take it out underneath. This one into Kramer. Petrakowski on the opposite side. Great look from Kramer there, and Petrakowski able to finish. Down to a 5-point lead for the Indians. Here's Eisenman over to Benner. Gets it back. Looking for an outlet. Some solid defense applied by the Trojans. Loose ball. And a jump ball will go to the Trojans. Good hustle being shown by both sides throughout this contest. Each team showing no hesitation in diving after loose balls and also playing pressure defense, as you saw there from Eisenman. Solid individual effort there from Eisenman as it's up to a 7-point Indians lead now. Bizon, the top of the key, driving, and she has it rejected by Nageldinger, but it's out of bounds off the Indians. Bukowski passes it in to Pietrzakowski. Boyce up top, over to Bizon now. Pietrzakowski lifted the pivot foot, and that's a travel. Indians doing a nice job maintaining their lead to begin this fourth quarter. Alexander's made a few surges here throughout the second half, but Keshequa's responded at every turn. Loose ball, Eisman comes up with it. Thayer with it now. Libby Benner in the corner. Good. Inside 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. Bukowski threw it away right into the arms of Nageldinger. Thayer had it knocked away. Boyce gets possession back for the Trojans. Kramer in transition. Forced it off the bottom of the rim. An awkward looking shot there for the Trojans guard. Now it's Bukowski with it. Up top to Boyce. Nice crossover. But she threw it between the legs of Bukowski, and it rolls out of bounds. And a timeout called by Alexander. Once again, this game brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. One call does it all when you call Robley. Need your hot water tank replaced? Do you need to have a new toilet installed? Call Robley. They'll answer and get you all fixed up in no time. Call 585-470-8542. Also, Vanglis Enterprises, LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job. At Vanglis, they specialize in septic system installation and repairs along with waterline installation. Check them out on Facebook or call them at 585-471-4240. Also, Expert Appliance. Get your appliances in tip-top shape, especially with the holidays coming. Call Expert Appliance Repair and Service at 585-443-5884. Also, Nunde Lumber, a family-owned construction supply and lumber yard that has been in operation since 1932. At Nunde Lumber, they are preferred by homeowners and contractors for the practical convenience, vast knowledge, quality, and service excellence that they offer. Visit their website at nundeLumberandHardware.com or call them at 585-468-2521. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection in the Genesee region. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. Top dollar paid for your trade. Give them that call at 948-8000. Or better yet, they'll see you right here. And lastly, Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. 24/7 access. That's Zoom Total Fitness. So back to action here in the fourth quarter, closing in on 5 minutes remaining between Alexander and Keshequa as Nageldinger had that one go off the hands of an Alexander defender and out of bounds. Riley Benner checks back in as Bree Benner takes a break. I may have been calling Bree Benner Riley Benner at times tonight, and I do apologize for that. There's a lot of Benners to keep up with in this one. 3 Benners to be exact. Libby Benner, Riley Benner, and Bree Benner, who just checked out. I believe I was calling Bree by Riley's name for a bit. Do apologize for that. We have Riley in 9th grade, Libby, a senior, and Bree in 8th grade. The Benner family providing plenty of hardwood talent for the Indians. They are off the dribble, swarmed by Alexander defenders, and Boyce dives after it. Able to shuffle it away. Bukowski had it momentarily knocked out of bounds by Nageldinger, and the Trojans are going to take possession. Bit of a delay here. Conversation going on between officials regarding the shot clock. And they're going to set it at 26 to begin this Trojans possession. Kramer pushed to the floor. Looks like she's a bit shaken up here. Kramer as tough as they come. Working her way off the floor slowly. She'll be replaced by Dundon. It appears as if Kramer just had the wind knocked out of her. Trying to catch her breath on the sideline. Alexander's going to need her back as soon as they can get her in this 9-point game. Bizon collects the inbound pass, and she's pushed. There's going to be a foul called on Nageldinger. Pietrzakowski collects the inbound. Here's Bizon now. Had it knocked away, but able to regain possession. Kowski back to Bizon inside. Couldn't get the finish. Bizon again with it inside. Another opportunity, no good. Dundon collects the offensive rebound. Bukowski for three. No good. Bizon, the putback. Another missed chance for the Trojans. Inside the midpoint here in the fourth quarter. 9-point lead remains for Keshequa. Libby Benner for three. Good! That could be the dagger midway through this final frame as Keshequa has taken its largest advantage of the contest at 12 points, and a travel on the other end as the Indians regain possession. Here's Riley Benner skipping it over to Libby Benner for another three opportunity. This one is an air ball. And Bizon gets the rebound. On the Genesee Community College scoreboard, it is that 12-point lead for Keshequa. 3:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than Genesee Community College. Whether you dream of careers in teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you always wanted to be. To learn more, visit www.genesee.edu/phys ed. So Kramer remaining sidelined here. Still grasping at that rib area, hoping for the best for that young woman, as she is certainly a key player for this Alexander team. Trojans can't afford to lose her for any extended period of time. There's 2.5 minutes remaining here. Keshequa looking to salt this one away. They've led since early in the first half and added to it periodically. Alexander's made a few surges here and there, but it's really been all Indians as Ava Thayer continues her red-hot night. She's been the leading scorer for Keshequa here this evening. And it's now up to a 15-point Indians lead. Bizon along the baseline, spinning toward the rim, gets it out to the other Bizon. It was Hayden to Madison, but Madison couldn't find the range from the free throw line. Nice bounce pass there from Libby Benner, and it's Thayer on the finish. Great vision from Benner. The finish from Thayer. A timeout called by Alexander. It's up to a 17-point Keshequa lead with 1:50 remaining. Can't say enough about how much we appreciate our sponsors here this evening and throughout the season on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Plenty of games remaining on this season's slate. About 30 girls and boys basketball contests throughout the winter season, so be sure to check back often as we will have plenty of action for you here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. So out of the timeout, Keshequa with its largest lead of the contest at 17 points. Alexander with possession. Kramer remaining on the sideline. So we'll have to monitor that injury when it comes to Alexander's next game, as it looks like she'll remain on the bench for the remainder of this one. Hopefully she's able to return next game. .140 remaining. Bizon off the dribble. Gets it out to Bukowski, swings it over to Pietrzakowski. Back to Hayden Bizon. Nice job keeping her pivot foot there. Knocked away, out of bounds off the Indians. Bukowski looked like she was searching for Pietrzakowski on the perimeter, but a miscommunication, and it rolls to the far end of the floor, out of bounds. Keshequa will take possession. Here's Eisenman now. Over to Libby Benner on the wing. Works it back to that side to Thayer. Keshequa just looking to work the final seconds off the clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 1 minute remaining on the game clock. Thayer for three, and it's good. Ava Thayer has been mighty impressive here this evening. Showing great range with her jump shot. That's her, I believe, third three-pointer of the game. And it's now a 20-point Keshequa lead. They've really run away with this one here in the fourth. That one, an offensive foul as Bizon extended the arm. And 41 seconds remaining as Bree Benner and Nageldinger check back into the ball game. So Keshequa seconds away from improving to 3-0. Alexander will drop to 3-1. Be sure to check the dailynewsonline.com later tonight and tomorrow morning for complete results from throughout Section 5 boys and girls basketball and beyond. And you can check the LCN.com as well. Nine seconds remaining. Keshequa will hold on to it. That's going to do it here from Alexander High School. Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News Sports Network signing off. Keshequa with a 20-point victory over Alexander. Excuse me. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.